today, given that we are at the end of the financial year, we'd do a buy and a sell, maybe to set yourself up for the next 12 months. David, what are your picks?
Sector in the travel sector, obviously we've seen a big reopening of travel. Having not been able to go anywhere for a couple of years, we're now seeing congestion at the airports and definitely a lot of domestic travel, but then also globally that's opening up. One of the interesting things that I think the market hasn't necessarily taken into account over the last couple of years is that while travel has been effectively shut, there's also been a very big structural change in the way that travel agents get paid, and their remuneration has declined fairly significantly in terms of a percentage basis. So that's why we actually have a sell on Flight Centre. Flight Centre currently trading at $17.49. We've got a target price of $14.28 on that, and think that yeah, it's a sell. But in the same sector, we actually like Webjet and think that Webjet is a superior business. The fact that it is predominantly online, it's actually bought some businesses around the world, and think that Webjet certainly has a much better outlook and isn't anywhere near as impacted by that change in the remuneration to the travel agencies.
All right, fascinating. In the one sector there, a buy and a sell. Michael, what are your picks then?
I'd be looking to buy BHP. I'm not necessarily buying anything today, but BHP has been trading in a fairly nice range recently, between about $40 to $48. So what we're looking at is a move back towards that $40 mark could be an opportunity to trade with BHP. I think over the next several months or so, the commodity space will still be a good trading environment. I think commodities do hold up well with rising inflation. Obviously, if we're looking towards a recession maybe later this year, it might just keep a bit of a dampener on those share prices in the short term. But once we move beyond that, we could even see a situation next year where maybe central banks have gone too far with the rate rises, and they may need to backtrack that and try to get the economy out of a recession, and these sorts of stocks will benefit again. So I think BHP is one that is worth trading over the next 12 months. In terms of a sell, we've got Zip. I know that's, for some people that seems strange because it's fallen so far. I mean, how much lower can it go? But people have been saying that since it was several dollars, let alone $2, $1. Now it's about 50 cents. So it's basically a business that's losing money. The situation is getting worse in terms of bad debts. If we head into recession, that'll be even worse for the business. And we've got an environment where investors are nervous, rates are going up. No one wants to buy a business that's losing money and trades on a high PE. So unfortunately, I think the situation will continue to get worse for Zip. And even when the market rallies, that's not one of the first stocks that investors will flock towards.
So even if you've been holding on, riding this right the way down, you still think it's worth selling at this point?
Definitely. Yeah. Because I would only hold if I thought it would go up. But if it's not going to go up, then you might as well put that money towards something else, or you might have so little left that it might seem pointless selling. But being 30 June, you might have a big loss there you could offset against some other gains as well, potentially. So.
All right, well, you don't have long left to do that, so you need to act quickly. And as you can see, Zip is down again today, keeping that downward trajectory, which is alarming.